Some breaking news out of the NFL today. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have signed former Jaguars running back Leonard Fournette to a one-year deal worth $3.5 million, $2 million in current salary per NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Fournette joins a talented Tampa Bay Buccaneers squad featuring at quarterback Tom Brady and tight end Rob Gronkowski, and a plethora of wide receivers in Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. For more on this, we welcome in from Burlington, Massachusetts, Eric Spagnoli, and from the ATL, RJ Strahan. Gentlemen, good evening.
What's up?
Good evening.
All right, get down to business. This has been a crazy week for running backs in the NFL, obviously with Kamara, and of course, LaShawn McCoy was originally on there going to Tampa, but this has just been a crazy week for running backs. So, Eric, I'm going to start with you. Does this Leonard Fournette move assure us that Tampa Bay could not only win the NFC, but host the Super Bowl in their own stadium, be the first team to do so?
Well, I think they were going to win the NFC before they signed Fournette. I mean, this signing kind of just ensures that. I mean, yeah, Fournette's a great player, but Tampa Bay was also a solid team before he got there. So it's a big signing, but at the same time, it's not that. Doesn't mean much for the Bucs' success this season.
RJ, your thoughts?
I freaking love this signing. I love the fact that a lot of people are – I went on Twitter right after they're signing. A lot of people, like regular people, like replying to, like, the tweet when Ian Rappaport reported it, and they're saying, like, oh, this is messed up. Oh, this is bad. And they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm like, listen, I still think that they're going to win the NFC South, and they're my pick to go to the Super Bowl. Well, I haven't done that yet. I'll do that in my season prediction, but I feel like the weapons that they have, I feel like they're going to win a division. And I've been saying it all offseason. The Saints are done. It doesn't matter what they do. They're not winning the division. They're not beating the Falcons. They're not beating the Bucs. And I'm pretty sure that Leonard Fournette, he had a whole bunch of teams that were trying to get him. He had the Rams, the Bucs, the Patriots at one point. The Patriots were a little up and down because you heard that they were looking at him. Then, like, midday today, they were saying that they're not trying to get him, and I thought that was weird. And then an hour later, they're trying to get him again. And it's a little weird. But he's joining not only Tom Brady, LaShawn McCoy, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, and O.J. Howard. This offense is stacked, and I feel like my prediction is going to be at least, if not the best offense, I'll say top three. It's a top three offense, in my opinion.
No doubt about this will definitely give the Buccaneers an advantage, but the next thing we need to obviously talk about is that defense. What do you guys think will happen to that Tampa Bay defense now that they've got a lot of offensive personnel?
Like, Eric, you can go first, Eric.
I mean, I'm not too sure about the Bucs defense heading into the season. I mean, obviously they have Sue and they have Jason Pierre-Paul, which is a good presence up front. But I'm not too sure how that secondary is going to perform. But honestly, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference with how high-powered their offense is. And that's the thing. Like, you can get away with a mediocre defense if you have a great offense. The trouble is, and we saw this with the LA Rams back in 2018, 2019, they had this great offense, but then they ran into a very good defense in the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl, and they completely fell apart. Now, granted, the Rams had Jared Goff, and the Bucs have Tom Brady, so there's a difference there. But yeah, I think the defense will be just good enough to get them through the season. But once you get into the postseason, I think it becomes another story. I think you got to start worrying about that defense a little bit more once you get into the playoffs, which I think the Bucs will still go far into.
No, it's my bad. I think that with the Fournette signing, it kind of helps their defense because we all know Bruce Arians with an offense, he can do a plethora of things. He can beat you running the ball. He mostly likes to pass the ball, but he can, with this signing, I feel like it's going to help their defense like stay off the field and keep the opposing team's defense on the field. And let's say if he wants to run the ball and run some clock and give the defense a rest, because Tampa Bay, they have a pretty good defense. It's not great by any means, but they have a pretty good defense. They got Sue, Vita Vea, Levante David, Devin White, and the sack leader, Shaq Barrett, had 19 sacks last season. And they drafted the safety, Antoine, I think his name is Antoine Whitefield. I don't know. Whitfield. And they have James Dean and Sean Murphy. But they have a good secondary. They got a pretty good defense. Will it be top 10? No, I don't think it'll be top 10. I think that the Bucs are an offensive team, but I feel like their defense will do just enough to like create turnovers and get the defense off the field and stuff and help the team.
Todd Bowles is expected to help the team go out there. And guys, before we say anything, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. #SportsSpeaks, Twitter and Instagram for the latest news. Check us out up there. We'll be posting stuff as always. Keep it real.